Well, Brock, the fans were out and shouting J-E-T-S, Jets, well before the gates opened here. And now they fill the stands of MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Will Reichert has it all teed up. And away we go from East Rutherford. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. They start the drive with Hall. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4. They go right back to Hall. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Just 2 yards there on the carry. They're going to need another 2 now on 3rd down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Tight end going in motion here. Throwing now, 3rd and 2. To the sideline, catch secured. Wow, he made that one look easy for the first.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Handoff running left. Here's Hall. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
1st down, here's Baker. We've got a fumble pretty close to midfield. It's picked out by the Vikings, going the other way. And what a way to begin the scoring, Brock, as they take it back for the touchdown. The Vikings take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. Reichert there to tack on the extra point. And the Vikings will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Still reeling a little after fumbling that away, but they're going to get it right back with this kickoff. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll start this one out with Hall. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Here's Hall once more. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48. A give left side for Hall. Runs inside the 35. And he has this all the way down to the 29-yard line. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And it's good enough for a New York first down. Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it'll give the Jets a first down.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
On first down, here comes Hall. Give him 13 on that play. And now they have a first and goal.
Ooh, I like that call. I really like it with those sticks. You can keep them on the sidelines, and you get more than enough to get the first down.
They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's first and goal. He tries to sneak it. And he gets in. Touchdown! The Jets reach pay dirt for the first time this game. Baker Mayfield the touchdown on a quarterback sneak to the end zone. Sly gets the extra point to go. And the Jets tie this game 7-7. All set for the kickoff. Sly with the honors. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. Drive starts out with a first and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Hey, look, any run of this size is going to wound the defense. But you get this game going right up the heart of their defense, you start to break their will and break their pride.
First and 10 from the 41. They send a man in motion. Here's McCarthy, first and 10. Isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. Trying again following the sack. Pass is caught. It's T.J. Hawkinson. And it's a nice game, but still not enough for the first.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
McCarthy throwing on third down. Complete inside the 35.
You hear defensive coaches on every practice field we're on preach not giving up the big play, especially at the NFL level. They'll need to stay vigilant because they're definitely going to use that receiver to take the lid off this defense again.
Now we'll see Ryan Wright come on for the Vikings to punt this away on fourth. And this will bring a drive that had some promise to a disappointing end. Only punted once in last week's loss, and he gets this one away. So this one goes out of bounds inside the 20, but not by much. They're giving him the 18-yard line. And the drive will start out with a first and 10. Hall takes it straight ahead. What What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Hall running between the tackles. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
That's the end of one. Both teams with a little luck finding the end zone early. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. More from MetLife coming right up. Time for the second quarter of play. It's Jets football. They're looking at 1st down here. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. Breaks across midfield, hits the opposing territory. And he gets this down to the 38. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the 1st. New set of downs for him at the 38. They'll go right side with Hall. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Mayfield now from the gun. That's knocked away by a defender, incomplete. That one firmly denied by the man in coverage. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
You know, that is so hard to do. That's called body control. Great positioning to swat the ball away, not go through the receiver, no penalty flag. He's got the body control and, more importantly, the timing to knock that ball away.
3rd down, here's Mayfield. And they bring him down around the 34.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that's going to break our tie and give him a 3-point advantage.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
Even with everything he racked up on that run, you could argue he deserved maybe a little bit more. That call was the perfect one to break for big yards. The only thing that saved the defense from a score was getting that contact to slow him down and eventually, finally, stop him.
1st down, and they go right back to him. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Back-to-back carries here. He's got a gain of 6 there. DJ Reed brings him down that time. It's a gain of 6, and they only need half of that now on 3rd and 3.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there, making a really close measurement to see if he got the first down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
Throwing on first, it's McCarthy. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Jets are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Hall. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Brought down by Charles Omenihu on the play. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
He puts some power on a deep one left. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Vikings will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, kid. We got 1, we got 2. Do I hear a 3rd interception in a row? I'll tell you this right now. These defenders, they are squashing that thought that defenders are offensive guys with bad hands because they're making it happen, taking the ball away. You know what that felt like to me, Kate? That felt like a little bit of overthinking, where he's just waiting for the perfect lane and the breakaway run. But against defenses in this league, you hesitate, you get tackled for a loss.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And they make the tackle at the 28-yard line. 3 yards puts them back on the right track. Now they've got 3rd and 9.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Sidney Brown makes the play. And the Jets get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
I know he started the play as a defender, but gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back, he looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, he baited obstacles and he chewed up yardage in the open space. Would make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion, and I think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road.
It's Hall on the carry. And he'll get this down at the 33-yard line. They only get a yard that time, and we have reached the 2-minute warning. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Blown back, it's the handoff. Jukes the defender. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
We know how hard explosive plays can be in the NFL, and so often they come via the air. What a great help for the offense to find an explosive play on the ground. Well done.
And he pushes it further into the red zone, down inside the 15. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
way to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call's going to be on 3rd down. From the gun, Mayfield. Completed to his running back. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. Man in motion here. Mayfield to throw for it. And that's a New York touchdown. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Here's Sly to try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Jets make it a 10-point ball game. All set for the kickoff. Sly with the honors. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. He picks up 15 on the play. And it'll bring up a Minnesota 1st down. Just one play into this drive, and they're already sitting on their own 45. 1st and 10. Here's McCarthy. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it, except for this defense. It just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Toward the sideline, and he's got it. It's a 33-yard gain and a fresh set of downs.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
It was University of Wisconsin, Kate, the first time I heard this term, slow to explode through. And think how good that Badgers run game has been at the college level. Well, they made runs like that look easy. Slow to explode through.
Escapes the pocket. Touchdown, Minnesota. So he looks to and finds the big fella, and his tight end takes it in for 6.
Such a reliable weapon down in the red zone. You know, kind of reminds me like a point guard making an entry pass to that post player. When you trust your big people around you, and when a quarterback trusts his tight end like that, it makes a difference.
Reichert on for the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Vikings cut it to a field goal game. Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. One last play before the break. Throwing it just before halftime. He's on the move. He's finally caught, and he lost the football. Oh, no, it's out. It's picked out by the Vikings, going the other way. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. All set for the kickoff, Sly with the honors. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Trying the right side. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have second down and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Second and 3 now. Back to the well again. Jukes one defender. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's going to give the Vikings the first down.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
They've got a man in motion. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
That's why you often see some mix, some high percentage pass plays on first and 10. You got to keep the defense honest. They're always looking for a run in that situation and a chance to stack them up for second and long.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. From the shotgun, McCarthy has him on the quick hitter. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Throwing on third and long. He's going to loft one. Oh, no, they get him yet again. And the Jets get it back on his 6th interception of the season.
Well, I'll admit, man, I got to admire the guts, the willingness to continue to challenge the coverage, even with 2 interceptions already. But there's his 3rd strike. And no, it's not baseball, but he definitely has to be smarter with what he's doing with the football.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Mayfield. On target to Musgrave. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Baker now from the gun. That's complete to Musgrave. A lot of mess on the move here. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
Kate, that play's so indicative of why tight ends in this league have become just an X factor. Right, they're big, they can block at the line of scrimmage, but the elite guys, they've got that speed, and they can take something short and make a difference with it down the field.
Things looking totally different after that last play. It's 1st and 10 inside the opposing 30. Now a give running right. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Ivan Pace able to make the stop. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Shotgun snap, a give to Hall. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. He musters up 3 yards on the run. That sets up 3rd and 4.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Throwing, Baker. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And 4th and 4 coming up. Up and good from Joseph. And that'll double their lead to 6.
That's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
All set for the kickoff. Sly with the honors. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Oh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up. Couldn't connect with Jordan Addison. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Now give left side. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
That offensive line and that O-line coach got to look at those pictures and figure something out. Because you cannot let a defensive tackle defeat your block at the point of attack, or you're going to get a negative run time after time.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. And that one is picked off, but wait a second. Oh, he came down out of bounds, so that's just going to be incomplete. Minnesota lined up in punt formation. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. That's taken at the 15. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Got every single bit of that one, didn't he? Over 70 yards on the punt. Jets football. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Hand off to the back. And he's able to push this ahead to around the 27. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule. That kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. It's a pickup of 3. They're going to need 3 more now on 3rd down. They send the tight end in motion. Third and short, Mayfield. Buys time, rolling right. No place to go, so he just threw it away.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. It's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. Fielded at the 11. And a big hit on the return to stop him cold. New series coming up following the punt. And the Vikings are going to take over from deep in their own side. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Escapes the pocket. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Wrapped up on that play by big Quinnen Williams.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that, and it's a good thing he woke up to it. Able to make something out of nothing and at least keep him moving forward.
They'll run here from the gun. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. It's a gain of 12 there. And it'll bring up a Minnesota 1st down. This is the end of the 3rd quarter. It's Vikings football. They're down, but not out on the scoreboard. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. McCarthy looking to throw. Pass is caught by Addison. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. Running this one left. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
Has another lane. And he takes this all the way down to the 24-yard line. They pick up 20 yards there. And that's going to give the Vikings the 1st down. Another carry for him. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
Second down now, 7 to go. They give it to him again. And he may have just reached the edge of the red zone before going down. They pick up 1 on the run. Need more, though. That takes him to 3rd and 5. Salvage something. Almost the impact play this defense was searching for, but they could only get half the job done, partner. Fumble forced, but they couldn't recover.
I'll tell you what else it forces, though. That coordinator, that play caller on the other side, now got a little bit of doubt about his ball handlers. Got to have better ball security than that.
And it falls incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Plowing up the middle. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Pressure coming. Baker. Jerry Jeudy with the grab. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
New set of downs for him from the 46. On first down, here comes Hall. And he could only get a lone yard. Took a couple of guys to haul him down near the line.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Mayfield set to pass. He lets one fly, deep downfield. Brought in, inside the 20. Touchdown, New York! The Jets stretch into a 2-score game in the 4th. It's a Romeo Doubs touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just gotta ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you gotta win right from the jump. And you gotta protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
He's throwing for it! Put the body on the line for his team!
You know, we tend to say this all the time, and I'll say it yet again, Kate. Big targets in the red zone are an enormous advantage. Not many guys can match up and defend someone like him, and no surprise, they went right to him for the conversion.
And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Now McCarthy. Hopkinson reels it in. And he's going to be touchdown. Brock looks to be a couple yards shy of that marker.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable. It creates space to take that shot downfield.
So early movement from the backfield, Brock. They jumped the gun a bit, and that brings out the flag. So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. They'll run here, following the penalty. Has a lane past the 45. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. And he'll bring it to the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings now within 1 score in the 4th. So a pivotal moment for the Vikings as they go for 2. Flushed out of the pocket. And he'll get into the end zone to make this a 1-score game in the 4th quarter. Ooh, you could feel the greater sense of urgency from him there, Brock. Trailing on the scoreboard, and he took the initiative to convert that 2-point try.
Yeah, you always need your quarterback to be able to manufacture points, but especially when you're down. He's got the license to improvise anytime. And what a confidence builder to everyone around him when your QB can make something out of nothing.
And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And it'll give the Jets a 1st down. Back-to-back carries here. He's off again. Down the sideline into the red zone. And he finally ends up out of bounds after a huge gain. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. All right, one more snap before the 2-minute warning. They give to Hall on the draw. Runs in for the New York touchdown. The Jets make it a 2-possession game here in the 4th. Breece Hall with the touchdown. So once again, the Jets going for 2. Oh, and he's got a man open, complete. And he's almost there, but no, they stop him at the last moment. Wow, he's going to be just inches shy of that 2-point conversion. All set for the kickoff. Sly with the honors. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. He's out in the clear. Along the right sideline, there's space. He does it. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings now within 1 score in the 4th. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run.
That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. And the Jets make the play that should win them this game.
You know, sometimes it just feels like the opposing coaches are sitting right inside your skull. They read the call and were set up perfectly to counter it.
So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. Short kick here, fielded at the 17. Big lick from the coverage team there. That's going to stop the return before it can get to the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Right up the gut. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Here's the handoff. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. Minnesota spends its 2nd timeout here. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call's going to be on 3rd down.
Well, they were hoping to get outside and meet those guys at the 2nd level. Well, someone from the 2nd level came to beat him on his turf. And that meeting didn't go so well.
Looking to throw. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Here he is to throw. This finds Franklin. And he's brought down for a loss.
I know coordinator, quarterback going to be upset with that 1st down because you call a screen on 1st, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, the defense creates a negative play and sets him back behind the sticks.
Sideline. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw, when you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
So the big play gets him just beyond midfield. It's 1st down. Putting a receiver in motion. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign that they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
Has the connection to Hawkinson. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
They've run this 12-yard out route, Kate, at the combine, well, all the way back to last century when I had to throw it. In this throw, this is a big boy throw. This is a differentiator. Can you make that deep out throw on time, on rhythm, and accurately? Well, that was teaching tape right there.
And he's got it down into the red zone at the 16. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Running for the marker on 2nd. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Now the offense is going to take its 3rd and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. To throw. And he catches it to tie this game in the final minutes. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yep.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. But what makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
Now the kick team out to steal away the lead with a point after. The Jets take their 1st time out. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. They have this try now to put them in front late. And he gets the extra point, and that kick gives them the 1-point lead right near the end of this game. Here's Reichard set to kick this away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Setting up to pass. And that's going to be incomplete. Still time for a couple of plays, though. 15 seconds left.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
This finds Downs. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. He'll look to throw it. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. It's intercepted. That will do it. He's got room to roam here. And this one may be out of reach now because the defense comes through with 6. So the Vikings pick up the win on the road. And this was the type of response you always hope to see after a loss, Brock. Get right back out there and find a way to win the following week. Well, that'll do it for us, for Brock Heward and our entire hard-working crew. I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Vikings emerge as winners as we say so long from New York.